There are deaths on both sides, and when we have issues like this, we have to be very careful because these are truly sensitive, issues. You did say there are casualties on both sides. You said you can't even go to pick up the corpses of your own people. But again, if you look at what is happening and the news that is out there on the, out there, which you have just said is a rumor, that you never issued that statement owning up that your group, the Miyeti Ala cattle breeders, carried out a reprisal on that particular community. Have you met with the community leaders of Biram and perhaps even the state government? Has there been any meeting, formal meeting since after this to really get to the bottom of this?
Yes, of course. First of all, in this note, I am telling you these fabrications of information, false information going around that we said it is a reprisal attack, which is condemnable. These fabrications of stories to blackmail us and allege us on the heinous act are false information. I am telling the world it is a false information. None of us have issued such statement. It is until today we are able to issue out a press statement. And then secondly, as I have told you earlier, yesterday we host the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, who was here to interact with stakeholders on this and commensurate with the people of Plateau State, where we spent over 8 hours discussing issues that leads to these killings, and then how do we provide solutions to further occurrence? How do we make sure we halt any further occurrence of these nasty experiences? And today, we host the president himself. Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, was in just today to commiserate also with the people of Plateau State, with the governor of Plateau State over these killings of innocent people.
So what exactly was the message of President Buhari when he visited Jos today?
The message from the president is, number one, he condoled people of Plateau State. And he used his wisdom to pacify people, let everybody go back and calm his people down. Let's allow security agencies to do their work and fish out the conflicts. And he has called on state government to tighten up their belts, and even the federal government will collaborate together and work towards achieving a permanent peace in Plateau State. So modalities have been set aside to restore the peace we are looking for in Plateau State. Even in it, the Plateau State government presented a document to the president, which was profiled by these communities, the Fulani and Birom community in Plateau State, who were organized by the government, and they sit down and discuss issues and they provide solutions to these problems, which leads to the promulgation of a peace-building agency in Plateau State, which is in action now, and other solutions that were given today are being made into law. And a copy of this law was given to the president for presidential study and maybe backup.
You know, Alhaji Muhammad Nuru Abdullah, you are the chairman of Miyeti Ala Cattle Breeders Plateau State.
Yes.
If you have a solution, what would that be?
If I'm to give the solution, I will bring 5 group of people together, let them work and provide lasting solution for this crime. Number one, the government should come on board. Security agencies will join them. We, the community leaders, will come together. The religion leaders will join us. And other opinion leaders, including the pressmen. Sometimes these heinous acts are being perpetrated and being spread over by by press, social media, where people will be alleging innocent people, false allegations against one another. So if I'm the government, I will bring these two together, then we will sit down, we will lock ourselves until we provide solution to these massive experiences. Secondly, if I'm the government, I will use a stick and carrot approach to deal with these criminals. Anybody, what I mean by stick here, anybody, if it is my son, if it is your son, if it is you yourself or myself that is found guilty in this dastardly act, should be handled properly and be dealt with accordingly. And we will be dealt with openly, not in a secret manner, but in an open manner, so that it will be a deterrent to others. Secondly, what I mean by carrot is to appreciate those who are working towards achieving peace without looking their faith, their religion, their tribes, their ethnicity, their geographical location, or whatsoever should keep aside and appreciate these people, even by words of mouth. Appreciate them publicly, come to the media and appreciate somebody, he will feel happy. For instance, I will boldly appreciate the Archbishop of Jos, Archbishop Kegama. This man is a true man of God, is a true peace lover, is a man of humanity, is a man of wisdom. I like this guy. I trust him because he is working for humanity. He is working for peace. He is actually working the truthful of the peace. So we encourage other people to join such a person towards achieving the peace.
So in closing now, from your analysis, you haven't actually said anything about this being a communal or religious conflict.
Well, this, I believe, is a communal, not a religious conflict. As some people say it is religion, though they have tried by all possible means to make it another dimension of religion by burning churches and mosques, by killing clergymen and imams, which is not the appropriate thing that should be done. So, but still up till now, it didn't took that dimension. It is up till now, the dimension is a clash between communities.
So can we extract, some kind of word from you? Is this, does this mean with the visit of the president and the meeting you've also had with the Archbishop and a lot of other people, is there a given that everyone has, backed down on the killings on the plateau?
Very many people, I believe, from their faces you will know the actions of their mind. You study somebody from his face, you will read his own mind. From what I have read from everybody that participated in these two meetings have come back to his senses to work for humanity, not for his community or for his religion or for his geographical location. No, we are resorting to work for humanity. And when we call humanity, we mean everybody inclusive.
Mohammed Nuru Abdullahi, Chairman, Miyeti, Plateau State. Many thanks for speaking with us on Political Stew here on TVC.
Thank you very much.
We'll take a moment. When we'll come back, we'll take our focus to those other very unfortunate deaths witnessed in Taraba State. Stay with us. Welcome back. Nothing ever stays the same, but again, if you look at this, as we did highlight at the start of the show, plenty and many complaints across communities. And don't forget that this has actually been in places like Benue State as well as Taraba State. We're now being joined live from Taraba State by Kabir Adamu, who is an intelligence and security risk expert He joins us live from Taraba. Kabir, good to have you join us this evening. You are live in Taraba. Perhaps you've heard what's been happening in the Plateau, and we've just had a chat with the chairman of Miyeti cattle breeders in that state. He did say this certainly is not a religious crisis, but it has the color of communal clashes. Tell us what exactly you've been able to gather in Taraba State, where you are at the moment.
Well, Taraba State, like a few of the other states in north central Nigeria and the middle belt of Nigeria, is afflicted with the challenges of banditry and, to an extent, terrorism. Sometimes there is a very thin line between the two threat factors that are facing the states. Now, in the case of Taraba, it shares a common border with Benue State. So almost all the challenges that Benue State has been having, Taraba too is having. They wear different ramifications, but the visibility, the understanding of it is the killings, incessant killings of communities, especially in rural areas, kidnapping of rural dwellers, cattle rustling, and sometimes to an extent targeted killings of individuals that belong to different ethnic groups. Sometimes in security balance, we would say there is a low-level warfare that is ongoing between the communities in this region. Now, the most unfortunate element is that these killings are beginning to wear a face of religion and ethnicity across all of these locations that are happening, unfortunately.
So where does this whole issue, point to at the moment? If we're talking about banditry, kidnapping, and sometimes can we also link this to the porosity of the borders across such places?
Yeah, to the extent that weapons are in the hands of non-state actors, to the extent that we hear of cross-border movement of some of these bandit groups, yes, to that extent, we can blame the porosity of our borders to the challenge.